Have you ever wondered if everything you see around you is really what it seems? The shapes, the colors, the objects we interact with daily, are they really as solid and unchangeable as we believe? We live in a world where what we perceive as real is based on signals that our limited senses capture. But what if matter, as we know it, is only a small fraction of a vast and invisible network of energy and consciousness? Quantum physics suggests exactly that. The physical world is merely an illusion, and beyond it lies a much more expansive reality, governed by energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything we believe to be solid and tangible, like your body, your home, and even the stars, is actually made up of subatomic particles that aren't really there. What we see is just a limited reflection of this vast, energetic field. But if this is true, how does it change the way you perceive your own existence? The more we explore this, the more we start to realize that matter on its own is not the final point of our reality. In fact, what seems physical and concrete is just a temporary manifestation, shaped by energy and consciousness that we interact with constantly. Consciousness, your consciousness, has the power to influence this energy, to mold what we call reality. This is the starting point to understand the true power of your consciousness, and this is where quantum manifestation begins. So today, we will explore how the physical reality you know is only a small part of a vast network of energy and consciousness. You will understand how your mind, your thoughts, and your intentions have the power to directly influence this invisible energy and shape the world around you. You will also learn how to access this quantum field, and by applying these principles, you will be able to create profound changes in your life, attracting the experiences and realities you truly desire. Once we begin to understand that what we perceive as matter is only an illusion, we are led to a field of infinite possibilities, the quantum field. This field is the true foundation of everything that exists, the invisible matrix that sustains the universe, where there is no separation between the visible and the invisible, between matter and energy. At this fundamental level, the universe is made not of solid objects, but of vibrations and frequencies constantly interacting with each other. In the quantum field, everything is energy. The particles that make up each atom are actually oscillating between states of existence and non-existence in a vibrational pattern. Instead of being fixed and material objects, they are temporary manifestations of energy, which emerge and disappear according to the frequency and vibration that sustain them. This principle, often overlooked in our daily lives, is the key to understanding how the physical reality we experience is constantly being shaped. Every thought, every emotion, and every intention you have generates an energetic pattern in this field. What you perceive as physical objects around you are, in fact, energy patterns vibrating at specific frequencies. The chair you're sitting on, the screen where you're watching this video, everything is energy condensed into a temporary form that your senses interpret as solid and tangible. However, our senses are limited. The reality we are able to perceive is only a small fraction of the entire spectrum of frequencies that exist. Just as our eyes can only see a very small part of visible light within a vast electromagnetic spectrum, we can only experience a small portion of this energetic matrix. So, what we call reality is a limited projection based on the perceptions our senses allow us to capture. But beyond this apparent reality, the quantum field is in constant activity. It contains all possibilities, all forms of energy and information. When you think, feel, or act, you are connecting with this field and affecting how these possibilities manifest. This energy, when shaped by your consciousness, begins to take form in the physical world. That's why the quantum field is where the power of your consciousness directly operates. One of the fundamental ideas in this context is that where you place your attention, you place your energy. When you focus on something, whether it's an emotion, an intention, or a future experience, you are literally creating an energetic bond with that possibility in the quantum field. This field, made up of pure potential, responds to your intention and your vibrations. And in the same way, when your attention gets scattered by distractions, your energy also disperses, and you disconnect from this creative power. This awareness opens a new perspective on the nature of reality and the role we play in it. When you understand that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, you begin to realize that control over your physical reality is not just in what you do or see, but mainly in how you think and feel. So understanding the energetic nature of the quantum field is fundamental to realizing that our lives, our health, our relationships, and our outcomes are not predetermined. They are shaped by the frequencies and vibrations we emanate from our consciousness. And it is precisely this ability to influence the quantum field, this invisible force that connects everything and everyone, that allows us to transcend the limitations of the material world. This is the true essence of the quantum field. It is both the field where all possibilities reside and the space where your consciousness can act to transform the invisible into the visible. But how does your consciousness interact directly with this energy? Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, emits a specific frequency. And these frequencies are not confined within you. They reverberate outward, connecting and interacting with the quantum field that permeates everything. When you think of something, no matter what it is, that thought emits a wave of energy that propagates through the field. If the thought is repeated or charged with strong emotion, it becomes even more powerful, shaping the waves around it more intensely. Thus, the quantum field reacts to what you emit, reflecting back to you realities that vibrate at the same frequency as your thoughts and emotions. That's why clarity of intention is so important. When you have a clear and well-defined intention, the quantum field responds to that clarity with equally precise correspondence. In other words, the more you know what you want, the more specific and coherent your intention is, the more the field will respond with opportunities, coincidences, and alignments that are in tune with that intention. And when you tune into the correct frequency, the signal becomes clear and you receive what you are transmitting. This is the essence of how we create our realities. It all begins with a thought, an idea, a mental image. When you combine this with the corresponding emotion, whether it's joy, gratitude, love, or excitement, you strengthen the vibration being sent to the field. This combination of thought and emotion acts like a magnet, attracting to you what resonates with that frequency. But why is clarity of intention so important? Because the quantum field doesn't distinguish between what you want and what you fear, or what you love and what you hate. It responds only to the energy you emit. So if you're constantly stuck in negative thoughts, emotions of fear, or uncertainties about the future, you're inadvertently attracting more situations that correspond to these low-frequency vibrations. To transform your reality, it's essential not just to change your thoughts, but to align your emotions with the reality you wish to manifest. Unfortunately, many of us underestimate the power of our thoughts and emotions. We live on autopilot, believing that external events shape our lives. But the truth is that our internal perceptions, how we see the world, have a direct impact on what we manifest in the external world. A simple shift in perception can completely alter the realities we experience. For example, if you change the way you see a negative situation, transforming it into an opportunity for learning or growth, you not only change your subjective experience, but also begin to attract solutions and circumstances that align with this new vision. The quantum field is like a cosmic mirror, reflecting back what we project. If you project scarcity, doubt, or fear, it will reflect more of those same conditions back to you. But if you emanate abundance, gratitude, and certainty, the field will respond in kind. This is the power of your consciousness in the process of creating reality. The influence of consciousness on matter is something that quantum science is only beginning to unravel, but ancient wisdom has understood for millennia. For them, the human mind is not seen as merely a passive receiver of stimuli from the physical world. It is, in fact, an active creator constantly shaping and reshaping reality based on the frequencies and vibrations it emits. When you understand this principle, you free yourself from the limitations of physical reality. You realize that by shifting your perception and elevating your emotions, you are directly influencing the quantum field and thus changing the material conditions around you. After all, reality is not something that happens to you. It is something you create, consciously or unconsciously, at every moment. True creation happens when you realize that the mind and heart are the instruments that shape the invisible universe, bringing into existence what was once only an energetic possibility. The balance between these two energy centers not only enhances the creative power of the mind, but also amplifies our ability to manifest what we desire. This state of coherence is the key to transforming intention into reality. At the most basic level, the mind represents intention, while the heart symbolizes emotion. When the two are out of sync, our intentions can become confused and contradictory, making it difficult to manifest our desires. But when the brain and heart come into harmony, they form such a powerful energy field that their vibrations begin to resonate with the quantum field itself, attracting experiences that correspond to what has been projected.